here now. There's no other place to be, no other place to go. Just be here now. With our Grand Rising, our theme for 2024. And this is the first Sunday in May, so we begin our journey for our May series, Good to Great to Grand. And we're focusing on the topic this morning, the inner landscape, pouring warmth and color over everything. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, sets the tone for us with this quote from 10 Ideas That Make a Difference, and this is on page 56. There is an inner life into which we may plunge, an inner consciousness in which we may bathe. As water purifies itself by flowing, so our inner realization of the flow of life through us purifies the stagnant pools. And so as we begin to expand and grow and become deeper aware of our own connection with ourselves and with everything, we actively plunge into our inner consciousness, observe our personal inner landscape, and gain greater insight and awareness into purifying our thoughts, our emotions, and our beliefs. And then the results reveal our passions, our strengths, and our values, which are vital in our journey towards self-actualization. And self-actualization is an underlying theme of the teachings of Science of Mind and the teachings of New Thought. And it is merely allowing us to create a space for our continued evolution and a deeper understanding of the infinite possibilities that exist within us. In the book 365 Days of Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker is this quote: "In the divine providence of good, salvation is unnecessary, but self-discovery is essential. We do not save that which was lost. We merely discover that which needs to be found." Interesting concept. We do not save that which was lost. We merely discover that which needs to be found. And the essential meaning of this quote is that this process of self-actualization does not require us to become something new or follow a specific formula to rid ourselves of undesirable things. Instead, it uncovers what is already present. Therefore, our journey is one of discovery and increased awareness of the truth of who we are, whole, perfect, and complete expressions of the divine. And so now let us look at 3 aspects of good to great to grand as we journey into our own inner landscape. And the 3 points we'll look at, or the 3 aspects, are observe, get curious, and discover. And these are all ideas that we have shared before, and this is just another reinforcement, if you will, or perhaps a new twist on something that we may have already heard. So beginning with observe. Observation is a simple but transformative practice on the path to self-actualization. And what we're talking about is observing ourselves without judgment. The operative phrase here is that we observe ourselves without judgment. We're not setting ourselves up to be right or wrong or indifferent or to change anything. We're just observing where we are right here, right now. And in observing without judgment, we cultivate self-awareness and a deeper understanding of our thoughts, our emotions, and our patterns of behavior. Through keen observation, we become attuned to the intricacies of our inner landscape. And this may be revealing unhidden beliefs, revealing fears, and revealing desires that shape our lives. This heightened awareness enables us to make conscious choices to align our actions with our authentic selves. Observation becomes a powerful tool in this journey of self-actualization, guiding us towards inner liberation, spiritual growth, and the realization of our fullest expression. The spiritual practice of prayer is a form of observation. And in the Bible, the verses in Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, and I'm paraphrasing these, encourages us to pray about everything and worry about nothing. Pray about everything and worry about nothing. In our Science of Mind textbook on page 290 in paragraph 2, Ernest Holmes says it this way: in mental work, which is our prayer work, we must realize that there is one infinite mind which is constantly directing our destiny. Therefore, we are to declare there is one supreme intelligence which governs, guides, and guards, tells me what to do, when to act, and how to act. And so it is from that quiet place within that we hear this voice. We hear this the voice of the infinite mind, the direction of the infinite mind that says to us, this is the way to go. This is the way to act. This is how to act. We may ask the question, what? But we leave it up to Spirit to define the how. Asking the question, what, opens the door. And so the second aspect that we look at is to get curious. Curiosity fuels our desire to explore and ask questions, leading us to discover and uncover new aspects of ourselves. And I'm thinking about this, the desire to explore. And what just flashed into my mind was a little toddler or a little infant that is beginning to observe what is going on around them. And for me, it's so exciting to watch them, as they identify and focus on little aspects. And then they become toddlers. And those of us who are parents or grandparents, we know that everything at eye level has to be safe because it's usually hand to mouth. I see it, I touch it, and it goes to the mouth. And that is a part of being curious. This is a part of the discovery. And then as they grow up and they get into the toddler age and become conversant, they start asking questions. And the questions usually resolve with why? 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 So it's the exploration of the curiosity that we are to continue as we move into adult life. Curiosity is a catalyst for growth and expansion as we pay close attention to our inner landscape. Curiosity is the spark that ignites our quest for greater understanding of ourselves, for gently nudging and sometimes pushing us beyond the boundaries of our comfort zone. This is being open to moving in the direction of our self-actualization. Curiosity can push us beyond our comfort zone. We approach life with an open and curious mind. We invite new experiences, new ideas, and new perspectives into our existence. By nurturing our curiosity, we remain receptive to life's experiences, allowing us to evolve, transform, and expand our awareness. It is through our willingness to stay curious, even if it may be challenging, that we unlock the doors to wisdom, insights, and profound spiritual truths that we may never have thought possible, propelling us towards our expression of our most authentic selves. And again, this is the impetus, or this is the inspiration for the teachings of Science of Mind, is to open us up to becoming the greater expression of our authenticity. And sometimes we get caught up in the world of effect, and we can allow ourselves to become overly concerned about showing up authentically and maybe rubbing someone the wrong way, or maybe not living up to an artificial standard that has been created outside of us by someone else in an attempt to control the way that we show up. There's a person that I follow, and I'm not going to name the person, but there's a person that I follow on YouTube, and he has a conversation platform, and occasionally people will come onto the platform and they will make a comment about something that he has said or the way he is showing up in that particular moment. And his response is, "This is my platform. This is my show. If you don't like it, sign off." And so, sometimes it may be our task, it may be our call when someone is attempting to deny us our authenticity, is to just say, "Hey, this is my show. If you don't like it, sign off." Now, we can be a little bit more diplomatic and a little bit more polite with that, but the underlying premise here is that spirit within us, when we are open to this guidance of spirit within us, it is leading us to express our authenticity. That's the word, our authenticity. I have a story to share by Joseph Campbell from The Power of Myth. And it ties in with creating that space, creating that environment where we can be in that stillness and listen. And Joseph Campbell says, "You must have a room or a certain hour or so a day where you don't know what was in the newspapers that morning, you don't know who your friends are, and you don't know what anybody owes you. This is a place where you can experience and bring forth what you are and what you might be. This is a place of creative incubation. At first, you may find nothing happens there. However, if you have a sacred place and use it, something eventually will happen. And that sacred place can be found in our spiritual practices, can be found in our prayer time, can be found in our meditation, can be found in our spiritual readings, whatever it is that nourishes our soul. This is that place of creative incubation. And it is from that place that that leads us to our third point this morning, which is to discover. Ernest Holmes wrote this in The Anatomy of Healing Prayer on page 15. Spiritual wisdom starts the day that we know from now on every discovery is either a discovery of the self or related to the self in the cosmic mind. The self must rise the self by the self. And some of Holmes's writings are in a riddle. And sometimes it's like sometimes following the parables of the master teacher Jesus. You have to unravel these. And so I believe what Holmes is saying to us here is that through the active process of self-discovery, we delve into the innermost parts of ourselves. And when we take that time to be in the stillness and to be in that incubator, this journey of self-discovery reveals the underlying sources of our identity, our beliefs, and our desires. And again, the journey is not about finding something new, but about uncovering what has always been there. So we're discovering our authenticity. We're coming back home to ourselves. It's not about finding something new. It's about uncovering what has always been here. It is an exploration of our true nature, revealing our passions, our strengths, and our values that have been waiting for us to discover. As we gain self-awareness, we gain our actions and choices and our authentic selves creating a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Self-discovery allows us to shed limiting beliefs, creating space for personal growth and transformation, opening the doors to new possibilities, empowering us to embrace change, to take risk, and to step into that most authentic version of ourselves. This is where the growth occurs, where we embrace change, we take risk, and we step into that most authentic version of ourselves. And it may sometimes seem scary or uncertain because we may not know precisely what will surface. And that is another key that we're on the road to self-discovery, that we're on the road to awakening something within us where we don't know where we're going, where it's scary. This is where the transformation takes place. Stepping into the mystery and the self-discovery, we cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves, with the universe, and with the world around us. And this is where we foster compassion, love, and a profound sense of interconnectedness. And again, this idea of interconnectedness and unity is another underlying theme of the teachings of Science of Mind and New Thought spiritual principles, recognizing that we are all interconnected with one another. We do not stand alone. And so our call to action this morning is to embrace the transformative power of observation, curiosity, and self-discovery, recognizing that these open the door to limitless possibilities for our evolution and transformation. It may not be easy, but the rewards are profound. By learning to cultivate curiosity and letting it guide us, we can begin to view our inner landscape from a fresh perspective, allowing us to open the wonders that unfold along the journey of self-discovery and authentic self-expression. The journey calls us to explore the depths of our being, to untangle the layers of identity and beliefs that no longer serve us, those false beliefs, those ideas that were planted into us even starting in childhood. Through our discovery, through our curiosity, and through our self-awareness, we begin to uncover what those limiting beliefs are, what those limitations are, recognizing that they no longer serve us as we continue on this journey of transformation. And through this untangling of those ideas and beliefs that no longer serve us, we embrace the transformative potential that lies within. And it takes courageous steps towards living from our own authenticity. But we have within us everything that is required to move in that direction. And so let us now say together our affirmation for the week. I am open and curious as I explore my own inner landscape. Let us say that together again. I am open and curious as I explore my own inner landscape. I invite us to turn within as we just allow ourselves to be in the presence of the all-prevailing gifts of spirit, knowing that as I am open and as I am curious, I explore my own inner landscape. And that inner landscape is the place where the one life and the one power and the one love exist. It is all that there is. And in the awareness of being in this inner landscape, I know that I am one with this divine essence. It is the very truth of who I am. It is the basis of my existence. And as I affirm this truth for myself, I affirm it for all people in all places, at all times, everywhere. Always recognizing that each one is an individualized expression of spirit, living, moving, and having their very beingness as the life of the divine and the essence of the divine. And so it is from this place of recognition and unification that I speak my word, knowing that everything is unfolding in my life in divine, right, and perfect order. And as I open to a deeper desire for curiosity, a deeper place of discovery, and a deeper place to recognize the essential essence of who I am, that I expand in the awareness of the truth of who I am, that I expand in the awareness of the allness of God, that I expand in the awareness that this is a limitless universe that is always working on my behalf. And as I know this truth for myself, I know this truth for everyone in all places, in all times, and everywhere. I know that there is a divine knowing within each one, and that divine knowing guides us to move and to act and to live and to be in a certain way. And so as I let go of resistance, as I let go of old ideas that says I can't, I replace that with yes, I can. Yes, I can. And I say yes, I can because Spirit and I are one. And as I affirm this for myself, I affirm it for all people, everywhere, in all places. And I speak my word of blessing this morning for those who are going through the transitions in life, however that transition may be showing up. And I know that through the power of prayer, through the power of meditation, through the power of affirmations, that the answers, or as the scripture refers to it as that balm in Gilead, that which soothes the soul, is revealed. And so I'm affirming this morning that revelation is taking place as right livelihood, as right being, as right living, as right circumstances, everything that the heart desires. I know that the Spirit is saying yes and amen to that request. And so for this and so much more, I am truly grateful. Releasing this word into that law which always says yes. I know that it is done, and I know that it is complete. And I invite us to affirm this together by saying, and so it is. I would also like to take this opportunity to remind you that prayer practitioners are available to spend time with you in prayer and in knowing the truth, in knowing the wholeness, and knowing who you are, and helping us to remember that we are that place where God shows up. And for those of you who are here in the center this morning, I encourage you to complete a prayer request form. These are confidential prayer request forms. You leave it in the prayer box, and the prayer team will be in prayer with you and for you over those treatment requests. And for those who are viewing online, I invite you to go to our website. There is a button on the website that you can click on and submit a private prayer request. Those come to a confidential inbox, which I have access to, and we will share those prayers with our prayer team, knowing that God is all there is, and that there is nothing else. And as one of my teachers used to say, there is nothing else regardless of appearances. God is absolutely all that there is. And so now it is time for us to share in the flow of abundance. And there is an abundance affirmation that I invite us to say together. I recognize the presence of God within as the source of my abundance. Out of my abundance consciousness flows everything I could desire in life. With gratitude and thanksgiving, I now participate in the flow of uninterrupted abundance. This prosperous experience is evidence of my abundance consciousness. And again, it's with deep gratitude that I thank you for the ways that you continue to support our spiritual center. And for those who are here in the center this morning, our ushers will pass the basket for you to make your contribution. And if you would like credit for your contribution, I invite you to fill out an envelope so that we can record it. And if not, it works out fine. For those of you who are viewing online, thank you for the ways that you continue to contribute and show up for us. And you may mail in your donations, and our mailing address is on our screen. You may text to give, and that number is on our screen. And you may also donate through our website, www.montereycsl.org, and click on the button Donate. And again, while you're on the website, I encourage you to visit the website. I encourage you to sign up for our newsletter. And for those of you who are viewing by Facebook or by YouTube, we invite you to like, comment, and share. And we especially invite you to like so that we can get the numbers boosted on our algorithms. And this is what continues to expand this message that we are the Monterey Center for Spiritual Living, that we do make a difference on the planet. And we spread this word of love and gratitude with everyone. And so I have a few items to share with our community. During the month of May, we are acknowledging Asian American Pacific and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Today is Cinco de Mayo Day, and so we invite you to participate in a Cinco de Mayo celebration that is near you, or just go online and read something about the true meaning of Cinco de Mayo. Next Sunday is Mother's Day. It is an opportunity to honor those who are not only birth mothers, but those who have fulfilled that mother role in our lives. It's a time to remember with kindness and with gratitude. And I also would like to let our virtual community know that our visioning time for the center has changed to Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and we'll use the same Zoom that we do, the same Zoom link. It's just the day and the time. So we've changed it from Saturday morning at 10:30 to Tuesdays at 5:30, and we will begin this Tuesday, May the 7th. So we're anticipating that this time change may create an opportunity for more people to participate in the visioning process. And then we have our Sunday morning visioning before the beginning of our celebration service, and that is at 10 a.m. And the Zoom link and the ID is on our screen and also in our newsletter. And so to our family and friends in our extended communities of Facebook and YouTube, Zentangle is in person only, so let's hold that for a moment. Thank you. We say good morning and God bless you. Good morning means wherever you are watching this service, wherever you're watching this gathering, it is morning in the life of your experience of the divine. So we invite you to return next Sunday, and our topic is a value-led life as we continue our series, Good to Great to Grand. And so we say blessings.